I'm Dr. Jeff Williams and the presenter not only of the It Factor, but also the creator of the Ultimate Mind Shift System. Now, listen, you're about to enter into a zone whereby you are going to be challenged to think about your dreams. You know, everyone has dreams. They really do. Dreams about a future reality, something different than what they're experiencing living right now. But very few people actually pursue their dreams or know how to do that. We're going to talk about these things in this brief course today. And so I hope you're ready, because the It Factor, I believe you have it. Let's go. The It Factor is the key ingredient in pursuit of success. And success is hard to find if you don't have the It Factor. Now, we're going to define what that looks like, and really it'll secure within your own thinking that you actually do have the It Factor. But it is absolutely critical in pursuit of the success that you desire, that you really want. So what is success to you? Now, for each person, it's going to be different or slightly different, but success really is that thing that you desire to achieve and want to achieve it in a certain way. Now, you know, perfection is the enemy of progress. And when individuals, even yours truly, is trying to be perfect before you start something, or perfect in the journey or the pursuit of something, guess what happens? You don't really get started. You don't start pursuing the success or the desire that you really have for your life. So let's start with this. What is success to you? What does success look like? As it relates to your health, as it relates to your family, to your business, to your economics, to your future. What is success? What's that thing? And how do you want to go about achieving that thing? That's critical when we start talking about, very specifically, the It Factor. But you've got to know what success looks like for you. What is the mindset needed to go get your thing, right? Because it takes a different way of thinking to get up every day and go after that thing. You know, I don't want to break the news to you, but we are kind of a summation of our thoughts, kind of how we think about certain things. Where you are right now in your life is a direct result of the thoughts, the accumulation of thoughts, in terms of how you think about what you think, where you plan to go, how you plan to get there, if it's even possible. All of that is a thought process, is a way of thinking, or as I like to say, a mindset. So when we start thinking about the success that you want to achieve and the way you want to achieve it, the question now is, what is the mindset that I'm going to have in order to go after this thing? Now, I'm not talking about a New Year's resolution, and you know how we do. We know, before the ball drops, we're going to write down these things, and we're going to go after it. And you know what the sad reality is? 92% of us fail in our pursuit of our New Year's resolutions, and we do so within the first 3 or 4 months. I mean, we don't even last 6 months before we abandon this thing we say we wanted. And you know why that is? It's not that the dream is so elusive and so far out there we can't get it. The real issue is it's a mindset. We got hyped in the moment and we went after it, but really we didn't change the way we think. Because until you change the way you think, you really won't change your life, right? And you're not going to go get the it or the thing unless you change your mind, right? And so part of this particular lesson is to help us think differently. But the Ultimate Mind Shift System really is designed to change the way you think in totality over a period of time. Because if you change your mind, you change your life. Now, your thing is going to be different than my thing. In other words, the thing I'm after, the thing I'm pursuing, the way I want to pursue it, it's going to be different. So you comparing yourself with me or me comparing myself with you, that's kind of really a waste of time and energy. So I want you to really think about, what is it that you want to achieve? What is it you want to succeed in? Everyone wants to succeed. Everyone does. You may have been knocked down. You may have been dragged out. It may have been a real rough road for you. Even as you're watching this, you may be in all kinds of different kinds of pain in your life. But deep inside you, you want to succeed. You don't want to end up with regrets and failures and a junkyard of cracked up dreams and visions and things like that. You really want to succeed. But let me ask you again. What is it that you want to succeed in? How do you want to succeed? What's the mindset necessary in order to kind of lock in, be laser focused on that? And what's your thing? What's your thing? When I found my thing and found my lane, guess what happened, man? Motivation was easy to come by. When I discovered my WHY, my why for doing a certain thing, listen, I cannot be stopped. I'm not saying there aren't hills to climb. I'm not saying there are not valleys to get through. And I'm not saying there are not obstacles. But one thing is certain, I won't stop. Why? Because I know what my thing is. I know what success looks like for me in my life. I know how I want to achieve it. And I've obtained and are working on the mindset necessary to keep me in a laser focused posture. And that's what we're here to do. That's what I'm trying to work into your mind and your life right now is you've got to shift your mind. You got to change your mind. It goes back to that, family. It goes back to changing the way you think. If you change the way you think, you change your life. And as we dive into the it factor in this brief lesson, you're going to realize that you got it. You got what's necessary. We just got to bring it to the surface and change the way we think. Now, in the word it, the I stands for you. I know that sounds funny, doesn't it? But the I stands for you. It factor, I stands for you, right? And there cannot be an it without an I, or in this case, without a you. And so I know it sounds strange, but think about it for a minute. There can be no it factor without the letter I. And I, in this regard, stands for you, right? The T in it stands for your thing. So the I stands for you and the T stands for your thing, the thing that you're after. And so when we talk about the it factor, it's really talking about the thing. What is the thing? What is the dream? What is the goal? What is the vision? What is that thing that you are after? It's the it. And again, as I mentioned earlier, now the it is going to be different for you and me and the person around the corner and your best friend and your cousin and your mom, your dad. It's going to be different. But you got to lock in terms of what that is for you. The I stands for you and the T stands for your thing. Now, I comes before the T, right? Until we begin to adjust ourselves and our thinking and really lock in who we are and how we're going to go about it, doesn't matter what the thing is until you change the I or the you in this particular case, right? And so that's what we're after today. That's what we're after. You and I should be thinking about, how do I become the person I need to become to show up to get that thing? Who is it that I have to become? Now, I can watch reality TV shows and kind of live vicariously through the people that I see on television and all of these crazy things that are going on. I mean, quite honestly, I'm amazed at what people will put on television, but that's beside the point. I mean, you can live through that, or you can become the person you need to become in order to get after your thing. The I comes before the T. It is the key ingredient in the beginning of the pursuit of your dream. You are more important than the it you're pursuing. You. You are actually more important than the dream, the goal, the vision, the plan. You're more important than the trophy, the Grammy, the medal, the Oscar, whatever it is you're after, right? You're more important than all of those things. And many times we at the risk of losing ourselves, we try to find something else. When in reality, we got to focus on ourselves. And that focus starts with the way you think. There is no it without an I. You just got a T. I know it's simple. I know it's so sophomoric and basic, but family, really, the great changes I need to make are really basic changes. We have to know how to do that. We have to be intentional about doing that. And it starts right here. But there is no it without an I. So again, you have to be self-directed. The I matters. So the it starts with you. So we can't get after the it. We can't find the it factor unless we really begin to appreciate who we are, how we need to show up, what changes we need to make in ourselves, right? You've got to value who you are. You have to look at who you are and say, listen, this is the person I am. I'm important. I'm necessary. I'm needed. I'm valuable, right? I can achieve my dreams just like other people can. But you got to really appreciate that and value that. The it factor is something you already have. But many times the I in the it isn't high enough. It isn't valued enough. You are extremely valuable. You're extremely important. And you're worth any investment necessary in order to achieve your dreams. At what point are you going to stop investing in other people's dreams, other people's businesses, other people's goals, and start looking at your own? You matter. In this case, I starts the letter or the word it. And so this whole thing goes back to you and how you're willing to make the changes and the investments necessary. Say this with me. I am responsible. Say it again. I am responsible. You see, my future is my responsibility. Your future is your responsibility. And me wasting time and energy making other people responsibility for my happiness, my joy, my success, me reaching my goals is an absolute colossal waste of time, energy, and emotion. It starts with you and I taking responsibility for creating the future we want to have. But again, it goes back to I being valuable. It goes back to understanding what success is for you, understanding the thing that you're after, right? And being willing to make the changes in your mindsets in order to align with reaching the future that you say you want. But it goes back to you're responsible. In other words, you have the ability to respond. You are the one. You decide, and you can decide today whether or not you're going on to the next level to reach your goals and your vision. You decide that. No one else, you. You are the MVP, the most valuable person, not player, right? But the most valuable person in your own drama. You're the number one person in this real drama. This real life drama, you are it. You are the number one person. Understand that you are the star. You are the only person on the red carpet. You know what I mean? You are it, right? That's not being cocky. That's not being arrogant. That's just being real. It doesn't work without an I. It just doesn't. It won't work and it won't even matter. Don't lose yourself in helping other people find themselves and you're not even anywhere near achieving what you want to achieve in your life. That doesn't even make any sense. You are the MVP. Come on, someone say that with me. I am the MVP already. Haven't even started the game yet, but I am the MVP already. So what's your it? What's your thing? You see, without a dream, a picture of a better future reality, it's hard to stay motivated and excited about tomorrow. You know, when I wrote that particular statement, it really impacted me emotionally because I realized, you see, if you want to end your nightmare, you have to have a new dream. And many people who are experiencing nightmarish seasons in their lives have given up on dreaming of a future better reality. But I want to provoke you today. I want to challenge you in this lesson. Let's start dreaming again. What's your it? What's the thing you're after? And how do you want to achieve that? It starts with the dream. So what's your dream? What's the thing that you wanted to do before your wings got clipped? What was it before someone said you can't, you never will, it's too late for you, you're too old, you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too dark, you're too light, you're the wrong gender, you're the wrong race, you're in the wrong country, you're in the wrong geography, you're in the wrong neighborhood, you got a bad background. What was it that you were pursuing before somebody started telling you all of that craziness and you started repeating it to yourself? What was that? I want to provoke you again. I'm super serious about this stuff. You got a whole future, a whole destiny, a whole new future reality awaiting you, but you have to start dusting off the stuff off of the journal that you've been writing in for years and get back up and say, listen, this is my dream. I'm going after this dream. Without a dream, it's hard to stay motivated and excited about tomorrow. But when you start dreaming the dreams that are consistent with who you become as you change your mind, sleep will be an interruption. Sleep's a necessary thing, don't get me wrong. But you'll be disappointed that you have to go to bed. Why? Because you'll be so after your dream, and you'll be so excited about it, sister. You won't want to stop working on it. But that all goes back to a change in mentality. Till you change your mind, you can't change your life. How are your thoughts moving you closer to achieve your dreams? Or are they moving you further away? What's your thought process? I'm not talking about making a couple of statements or affirmations and giving it up. I'm not talking about reading a quote or two. I'm talking about, what is your mindset? How does your thoughts, your most consistent thoughts affect your movement to your dream or away from your dream? How does that work for you? In what ways do you need to change to make yourself the number one priority in your life? What adjustments do you need to make? How do you make those adjustments? What's your strategic plan in terms of getting that done? How do you get unstuck? How do you start creating the life that you really want? Right? What do you have to jettison from your life? What do you have to add to your life? Who do you need in your life? Who do you not need in your life? Right? All of these are factors that are so super important. And again, we're talking about an ultimate mind shift system in order to really start moving you systematically toward your dreams and toward your goals. But you have to stop and realize, wait a minute, what changes do I need to make in order to become the number one priority in my life? What's the changes I need to make? How are my thoughts moving me closer to achieve my dreams or further away? Pause for that. Think about that. It's critical. Here's this quote: when you change your mind, you change your life. That may not be completely original, but listen, I say it so often, I think it is now. When I changed my mind, I changed my life. Sounds simple, doesn't it? It really is simple, but it takes intentional, directed focus and attention in order to do that. And I want to help you do that. I've developed an entire system to help you change the way you think so you can change your life. Until you shift the way you think, your dreams have little to no chance of becoming a reality. Let me say it again. Until you shift the way you think, your dreams have little to no chance of becoming a reality. Change won't happen until change happens in your mind. Let me repeat myself. Change will not happen until I change the way I think. We're not talking about hype. We're not talking about, I'm up today and down tomorrow. I heard a motivational clip and I got excited. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something much deeper. That is a change. When you make these changes, you won't go back to the old ways of thinking. Do you have the it factor? Which is the I and the thing. Yeah, you got it. But the question is, what are you going to do about it?